Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the general collective weekend check-in. Keep in mind these energies, this reading could play out this weekend. This reading may or may not be for you. So I do ask that you only take the messages that resonate and don't cram yourself into a reading that's not meant for you. We are going to talk about the astrology first, so this likely will resonate with almost everybody in the collective, and then we're going to pull some cards to further talk about the energies. And so I'm pre-recording this on the day of the full moon, and so I was kind of just going over the astrology, and I don't know, I felt like this instant feeling like I just might cry at the drop of a hat. So I feel there is a lot of heaviness in the collective taking place with the full moon energies. And so with the aspects taking place this weekend, I feel this is where many of us master authentic communication, right? That Aquarian full moon was about authenticity. And so I feel this weekend, with all of these energies working together, this is opening up like this doorway opportunity for authenticating any creative ideas, divine inspiration, and being able to influence others with your words, and mastering authentic communication. And so it is going to present some challenges though, right? There's always two sides to the coin, and I feel the challenge might be accepting your edgy nature. You know, we're all a little bit unique. We're all a little bit edgy in our own ways. And so the challenge might be to find your free expression if you've never really tapped into that, especially when it comes to sexual desires. And so we do have Mercury forming a sextile to Lilith. And so Lilith is our dark, repressed moon aspects, right? This is also our rebellious energy. This is where we learn how to live life fearlessly, free when we master our dark moon Lilith, right? And with Mercury sextile Lilith, it's about being open to communicate. And I feel we've got all of these cosmic energies at our side influencing us to believe in ourselves, because when we believe in ourselves, when we believe in our gifts, and we believe in what it is that we think, we can help influence others on the spiritual journey, right, to raise their vibration. And so a lot of radical thinking is kind of what I feel. A lot of new inspiring ideas when it comes to leadership roles within the community. And so I feel this weekend, you might just find yourself freely voicing exactly how it is that you feel, however that comes out, right? Freely voicing yourself, maybe freely voicing your desires, your sexual desires, your preferences, what it is that makes you tick and makes you burn with passion. And I feel this is going to be like this huge release of expression when it comes to untamed emotions or repressed emotions, speaking in authentic manners. It may seem a little bit rebellious, I feel. The energy can be a little controversial. And so this is where when we master self-acceptance, people kind of have no choice but to accept who we are, right? We're done fighting against the status quo is kind of what I'm feeling. I think that full moon energy come in, and we're done fighting against the status quo. We're done avoiding that big elephant in the room. We are talking about it fearlessly is kind of the energy that I think came through with this full moon. And any miscommunications will likely trigger misunderstandings this weekend, quite possibly even rage. Sacred rage was another energy that I channeled, sacred rage. And this is where we make those appropriate adjustments though, right? When we're not afraid to speak our truth, no matter how it comes out. And Lilith can be dark. Lilith can have a lot of rage for all of these denied aspects of self, right? But this is where we reconsider our beliefs, our ideas, how we want others to receive how we are, and stepping into who we are. And in order to embrace freedom, we have to embrace freedom of our expression, right? And so who cares if people judge you? I know I'm not meant for everybody, and that's okay. And so I feel very impulsive energy when it comes to asserting ourselves. You might find yourself engaging in some drama. It might get a little bit dramatic. because instead of suppressing these authentic expressions, we are accepting them and we're expressing them, right? And so it can make people very uncomfortable when you find your voice once and for all. And Mercury, with this influence with Black Moon Lilith, it's all about solving problems, learning how to, you know, embrace uniqueness. And I feel this really is a harmonious aspect. So I feel like this exchange energy and this unraveling of truth, when we fully step into truth, that's when we can really embrace our spiritual talents, our spiritual gifts, and all of this intuitive knowledge that we have when we connect to the grand cosmic forces, the grand cosmic universe. And so I feel like this introspective energy when it comes to self-analysis, looking at any social stagnation within groups of friends, and reaching a conclusion of what it is you need to do to restructure your life accordingly is kind of what I feel in the energy. So we also have the Sun opposing Saturn on Sunday, and Mars trining Pluto. So this is where our strength of character, I feel, is really going to be tested. You know, we're facing restrictions, and many of us have been facing all kinds of hardships, and the struggle can become really real, right? And then to master, like, overcoming all of these limiting beliefs, all of these limiting conditions, and removing all of these barriers we've put in our own way when it comes to progressing forward, right? And so I feel it's about responsibility, making those very tough decisions, and maybe, you know, facing whatever challenges you might have to face when it comes to standing up for yourself, your truth, and what you believe in, and making that choice, right? That difficult choice. And so you might find yourself at odds with people in the energies this weekend, or need to keep your distance from certain people that you feel, you know, just don't honor your authentic truth. And so with the Sun opposing Saturn, I feel that's creating restrictions when it comes to expressing yourself. The energy, like I said, is very like melancholy. It felt like a heavy collective grief, right? Loss energy, quite possibly even like this disgrace and dipping into low self-esteem, which I did last night. And I don't ever dip into low self-esteem, but my cat Kevin, that you usually see in the background every now and then, he got out yesterday morning. And oh boy, it was a long day, and we searched and searched and walked around the neighborhood quite a bit yesterday. We didn't find him before bed, and so we were on the hunt again this morning. And no luck first thing, but my daughter thankfully found Kevin before we decided to take off to go camping, right? So Kevin's back home, but man, just the thought of not knowing what happened to Kevin was like a huge trigger point, right? And so, and then going into all of that, I was like, and then I dipped into low self-worth, right? So that's how fast and rapid the energy can change, right? From being balanced, being aligned, and having a trigger point, and then taking you down. And so this is why I always say stay grounded, right? And consciously shift out of that fall energy. So I feel we're facing tests, we're facing trials, and the energy can be a little bit miserable and frustrating with that aspect. So, you know, I feel the first half of the weekend, we're feeling good. We're expressing ourselves, we're speaking our truth, and maybe come Sunday, we kind of got to sit in this heaviness of like, oh my God, I cut all of these cords. And people just left my life. All of these people just left my life drastically, and then you're sitting there in this separation energy, right? It's like you've released all of these burdens, broken free from all of these burdens, all of these, you know, responsibilities or obligations. And now you're like, oh my God, now I'm miserable because I just cut cords with all of these people, right? And so this is where we master like our critical thinking. We got to get serious when it comes to the healing journey, right? A lot of us have valuable spiritual knowledge to share. A lot of us do. But it does take a lot of hard work and patience to build up your self-esteem, to put yourself out there, to voice you know, who you are and your truth. And it takes a lot of persistence, right? But when we are persistent and we keep getting up and we keep putting one foot in front of the other, it ultimately will lead to achievement of some sort. And so where do you need to master self-respect to get rooted in a daily spiritual vocation and be persistent, even in moments of frustration, right? Frustration. And, you know, this is all about personal growth. What goals do you want to set, right? And what do you need to redirect your energy with all of these surges of light codes? And so a lot of people are going to be leaving our life, right? And so it's this separation energy, rejection energy, isolation energy. And with Mars trine Pluto, it's like this redirection of goal orientation and being ambitious to, you know, make these redirections in your life. And so it's about cooperation, I feel, finding that state of harmony. This is definitely going to highlight our own personal leadership potential. If you are here to step into leadership energy, you're going to be tapping into that potential that you have for sure this weekend. And it's always in the fall, right? It's always in the moments of zeroing out, you know, a karmic lesson that we rise, right? Even stronger than before. And so I feel many are going to really come into facing these challenging situations this weekend, and they're going to find their confidence to know that I can always stand up for myself. I'm the only one that can always count on myself, right? And if I want to eliminate obstacles, if I want to eliminate this hindrance when it comes to manifesting success, I kind of got to do the work. I got to do the inner psychology of why I am and how to transform my life out of these patterns that no longer work. And so big transformation energy for sure. And this is also the time where new romance is possible to maybe come along your path. If that's something that you want to manifest, if that's something that is in alignment with this increased passion, right? And I feel a lot of this like esoteric mysteries of life energy, this deep need to research, you know, some occult practices or spiritual healing practices. And it's like this investigation of the mysterious side of life is kind of what I'm feeling. Dark secrets likely coming to the surface as well, uncovering deep, dark secrets, right? Pluto is always about death and transformation, and so linked to the masculine energy with the Mars. So let's see what needs to come through with the cards for the weekend check-in. That was the astrology aspect. I don't even know what cards to use. We're going to do the Star Codes Astro Oracle deck, I think. Look at that. Leo, Gemini. So change, there's change. It's a 5, finding our strength, right? It's always in the struggles, the challenges that we do find our Leo strength to shine and to rise above. And so the cross-pollination, Gemini. So the energy is also very dualistic, right? And I feel a lot of unwebbing is kind of what I'm feeling, karmically unwebbing a lot of these distorted connections and really exploring these higher states of consciousness with the 9th house, higher mind. It is like a reorienting of mission is kind of what I'm feeling. So Capricorn too, what are you here to achieve? And we do that by exploring all of these higher thought processes, right? So father energy, masculine energy, grounding energy, earth energy. So the home, and discomfort. So I feel like a situation is like completely debilitated here. A home life, a foundation. The 4th house is deep roots. So you really might want to have a look at your natal chart to look at your 4th house, where those deep roots are. There's going to be like a change in foundation. My 4th house is in Gemini. And so there's a very discomforting energy in somebody's home life. And I do feel like this decision, you know, it's time to choose a direction. Which direction do you want to go in, right? So We got the 4th house, and then look at that on the bottom of the deck. We have the 10th house. So that's yin-yang energy. So the 4th house, its opposite is the 10th house. So I feel this is where we harness our true authority, right? So really reevaluating stability, foundations, loyalty, commitments are being addressed. False partnerships are likely crumbling for a reorientation. It's like this crossroads energy. It is decision time. The 14 being a karmic debt number. So let's see what we got here. So ascending, the root. So yeah, it is about deep family roots. And so we've got deeply rooted ancestral program beliefs in our subconscious, right? And so we're here to ascend those beliefs. We're here to get rooted in our own beliefs and to rise above. So the 6th house is all about sustainability, right? It's also like, you know, structures too. It's like our body, our health, our overall well-being, you know, career. And so getting to the root cause of the discomfort in your home life, where, you know, childhood wounding. We often recreate our childhood over and over in relationships until we can, you know, master that lesson, get to the root of the core issue and why it's not sustainable, you know, as we progress along this spiritual growth journey. And so the ascendant, so the entrance is the gateway to see into all of these past lives, right? So the entrance is the gateway to get to the root of a lot of past life karma, I feel, and a reevaluation of what's sustainable. And then we get the South Node, the past energy. And so this is like a really dark evaluation of the past, I feel. Why do you keep getting stuck in these negative, repetitive patterns? And is it because of the alliances that you have built in your life? This is about stepping into communal efforts. And so I feel somebody is, you know, descending into a lot of shadow truth in order to, you know, tap into the root cause to be able to nurture themselves, to form new alliances. So let's get what's below the surface this weekend. That's a lot. But so immersed, confrontation. Yes, there's going to be a confrontation that is going to bring about massive unexpected changes. Changes in thought processes, changes in your outer world, and tapping into source energy. So somebody I feel is immersed in some heaviness, some emotions, learning to mother themselves. I feel very unhappy in a situation that definitely needs to change, a home situation that needs to change. And there's going to be some opposition. There's going to be some confrontation going head to head with somebody. And this is to break you free, to step into mastery. Yeah, so I feel somebody's been in the dark night of the soul, really going into that South Node evaluation, the mystery, right? Scorpionic energy. And there is going to be a breakdown, I feel, not only of a home foundation, but an entire community foundation, like your friends, your social circle, and it's kind of all breaking down. And so I also feel this is going to bring a lot of clarity when it comes to taking action where you need to go. So no more working together with a group of friends. Maybe this could be a work situation, a home situation. But there's going to be some messages. There's going to be a lot of communication, I think, a lot of confrontational communication this weekend. And I also feel, you know, somebody got tempted by money. The 2nd house, resources. So that would be Taurus energy, ruled by Taurus, greedy, breaking down a false foundation that I feel was only built on financial resources. And it was tempting, you know, it was lustful. It was lust. You know, the apple is temptation. And I feel shot through the heart and you're to blame is what I just heard by Bon Jovi. So I do feel an ending of some sort here as somebody really goes through this very discomforting transformation. So clarity is coming and action is going to be taken. when it comes to relationships. So, wow, 7th house. I also feel there's likely a very codependent situation here, and this is likely a pattern that has repeated several times in relationships on your life journey, and it's time to confront this once and for all, to embrace these changes. And we can't embrace real change if we don't get to the root cause. So let's clarify with some tarot. And we'll see what this discomforting feeling is in the home life. So, foundations. There's that Pisces energy coming through again, too. So, ooh, the Devil, the Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Oh, my gosh. And then we get the Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. Definitely a very uncomfortable feeling. There's no joy here. There's been a lot of pain here. There's been a lot of secrets here. There's been a lot of addictions here. Greed, materialism. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. Queen of Pentacles, Earth. We have Queen of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So this kind of come out as a separate energy. So I don't really know here. I feel transforming, right? Learning our worth and our value and not basing it on materialistic things. There could be a very codependent trauma bond here. I do feel like going into the depths and the mysteries of the darkness. The High Priestess is the keeper of secrets, right? I feel going into that Black Moon Lilith energy, really, and facing these unhealthy patterns, these addictions, and getting honest with yourself about, you know, maybe a new beginning in a new direction. So maybe there's a feminine here really contemplating severing some ties. And I do think this hurts, and I do think this has really been held on to for a very long time. A really heavy burden on the heart for a very long time in a situation where I feel there was multiple parties involved. It really wasn't equal giving and receiving. There was no equality, no reciprocity. And I also feel taking this opportunity to master a lesson. There is like mastering a lesson with the Stag. So this does kind of go back to that Capricorn moon energy too, playing out, I feel, closing all of that out too. And it is about authentic truth, stepping into authenticity, purifying, and maybe considering laying a new foundation, finding a new alliance. So let's clarify the root here. Ace of Wands, 9 of Cups, 5 of Swords. So once again, a need to get honest. A need to get honest about any manipulation, where you've been deceiving yourself, where you've been connected to others that have been deceiving you, where there's been a lack of authenticity, this, you know, this need to win at all costs, like I'm going to win at all costs, I don't care who I hurt, and giving that up. I also feel facing any addictions, because the 9 of Cups with the Devil coming out could be addictions, and getting honest about dealing with any addictions, whether it's food, drugs, alcohol, lust, because, you know, when you get to the root of the issues, there is, you know, that passion. I think sacred rage, getting to the root and opening up the heart in a new direction. But really, evaluating, is this my wish fulfillment, or am I just kidding myself? If all I do is drink and party all the time, is that really living a life of fulfillment? I don't think so, right? I really don't think so. You're just masking the issues at hand, and I feel, once again, like this huge closing of a cycle. Is this sustainable? Is this really sustainable? Is this really fulfilling? Where is my passion for life? Finding that passion for life again, taking that chance in a new direction. So the South Node is the past, and that's a challenge with the King of Wands coming out in reverse. So, you know, this is where we give up these egoic ways, right? These narcissistic tendencies, and we all have an ego. We all have an ego, right? And so the challenge is, I feel, a masculine honoring a feminine as his equal. There's a masculine here struggling. Look at that. It is a true pair that just come out. So not really sure what's going on here. We got almost all of the queens out, so there's definitely Empress energy on the board. And so there's a Queen of Wands now coming out. I'm not sure what this is, but the past, I feel, is we're facing jealousy issues right now, possessiveness issues. We got a Queen of Wands upright, who's passionate, visionary, igniting, you know, very magnetically attractive. The Seven of Cups is options. And we get this King of Wands, he's going off sideways, right? I don't know. I think somebody here is owning some truth, standing in some truth, knowing her worth, knowing her value, and she's not going to settle for anything less than she deserves. And there's this masculine now, I think, borderline angry, jealous. They're not together. They're not a true pair because he's sideways, right? Who maybe in the past, because this is past energy, had a lot of options. And I think somebody broke the chains of a connection that I think they felt entrapped in for a very long time. Laid down that burden, laid down the burden of the pain, accepting a gift from the universe, a new opportunity, owning it, right? I'm coming in blazing. Oh my gosh. And maybe a Queen of Wands that has a lot of options now, and somebody that in the past likely could have been a true match that maybe didn't come forward, or, you know, was toxic or something like that. And I think wanting to come in with an offer, but struggling. Get ready for a confrontation, and this could just be an inner confrontation between your head and your heart. But it's kind of time to leave, you know, these manipulative behaviors behind and to balance the situation out, to find balance in our lives. So it's like that crossroads energy, the illuminated pathway. The pathway is being illuminated when it comes to divinely guided change. You know, the Hierophant is like spiritual energy, the highest authority, right? Honoring the calling, stepping into, you know, that mastership, and maybe even stepping into leadership energy, which is going to bring in a new beginning in love as well. So let's see what this opposition is about, because that Five of Wands come out, and the Hanged Man. It might be a fight over money. I think somebody's been stuck in a situation tied to it because of the money and is losing a lot of money. But I feel there's going to be like a cutting of the cords or a breaking of the chains. And somebody's, you know, quickly getting out of that situation. With the Five of Swords and now the Seven, they're like, I'm all done being stuck. They're breaking themselves free. They don't care. They're sneaking away, and they're quickly departing a situation, likely headed towards a soulmate connection, a soulmate union of some sort. Definitely gaining a new perspective, Pisces energy. And so I was going to clarify the overall outcome, and we do get the Moon, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Lovers, and the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So deep past life connection. Definitely a connection that I feel the ghost of their energy has always kind of haunted you. And laying a new foundation, a secret new beginning is kind of what I feel. But somebody is really dealing with fear. Really looking at their shadow self, I feel. They've been in an illusion of some sort. Secretly planning. I feel like secretly planning to come in with an offer. Because I do feel there's a lot of love here. Gemini energy. And this very well could lead to a spiritual foundation, a solid home life, and I feel a lot of fortune. So very interesting energies. Something is being activated. I feel like so a flare's being shot up in the air and somebody's being called home or something like that, breaking free from an entrapped situation, I feel. Is what I'm feeling. So let's get a couple last messages. Laying down a long standing burden here, and I feel getting ready to live out the heart's desire. I feel there's no more doubt. Somebody's really been lost in like a labyrinth of the mind without like a map. And Libra is what I'm hearing. And getting ready to make an important decision. Okay, defibrillator is what I heard. So I don't know. Might be proverbial defibrillator. Somebody might need a defibrillator. Heart energy, like very, very open, painful heart energy is what I'm feeling. There's like this shipping out of something old and going in the heart's favor. So there's going to be a clear communication, And yeah, that spiritual path being light up. So an occult journey, a tantric journey, a metaphysical journey, an alchemical journey, an energetic connection here, elevating and getting ready to operate on a higher level. So get ready to chase some enlightenment, I think. Get ready to have a conversation with somebody, maybe some one-on-one, and put the phone on Do Not Disturb. I think take a deep breath. All the drama is going away. And I do feel rewriting your destiny. Swallowing your pride. Somebody's swallowing pride here, and they're breaking out of a toxic situation, out of an old mindset, an old thought pattern. And they're coming in committed. So they're coming in to claim somebody, to claim success with a connection. And they're going to follow through. If they lacked follow through in the past, they're going to follow through. And I feel this might even be business oriented as well. I hear ready, set, go. So ready, set, go. That's what I got for a weekend check-in, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a twin soul reading with me, I do encourage you to check out that description box below, guys. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.